The Vice knows what's up. The Vice is definitely a viewer that just sniped me totally on purpose and not a coincidence whatsoever. Welcome back, guys, to another YouTube video, and today I was just thinking I should share a bit of stories from when I was in summer camp. And honestly, there wasn't much that I thought was of note, because it's summer camp, and it wasn't really one of those like Boy Scout summer camps. It was more of just sleepaway summer camp. Sleepaway camp? I think that's the actual term for it. But although there's like your normal summer camp shenanigans, there is one story that I remember stuck with me the most, and I wanted to just share it because I thought it was like during the story it definitely didn't. Okay. Amazing gameplay. As I was saying before, I was rudely murdered in the middle of that round. There's one story that I wish to tell, and it explains why I have a beef with raccoons. Because honestly, after this moment, raccoons became my mortal enemy. And you'll honestly understand why. Because what they did was it was purely unforgivable. Let me tell you what. But yeah, in the summer camp, this was especially later in the summer camp when, like, it was more of a, not a graduation, but like a parting gift. I did absolutely nothing that round. But yeah, man, as a parting gift or ceremony, we would all go trekking as a cabin up this specific mountain. And at the top of the mountain, there were cabins, and you would basically sleep in those cabins. And it wasn't like a decked out cabin either. It was definitely an overnight stay type of cabin that was not decked out. So that's what kind of made it feel like, oh, we're actually camping for once, instead of just mucking around and doing shenanigans and stuff like that. So as we were trekking up the mountain, right, we had to bring certain supplies, such as food, spare change of clothes, water, all of that, stuff that you actually need for camping. And for the food, I don't think we were allowed to touch the food. I think only the oh man. But yeah, the counselors were in charge of all of the food. And remember, they had our food for pretty much the next day and a half or 2 days. And the food included breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and the snacks for the hike and back. So, needless to say, they had the most important job of making sure we were fed. And reminder, this summer camp was for like kids that were toddler age, I would say. Like maybe around, well, when I went, I was around, I think 12 years old, 11 years old maybe. Oh no, I was pretty young. And wow, I did nothing that round again. I just keep killing a guy. My team's just winning. And so the trek itself was around, I would say, an hour. Maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. It really depended on how fast we walked. But once we finally made it to the cabin was pretty dilapidated. I would say that's the best word for it. It definitely wasn't in the best condition, but it wasn't meant to be, Like I said, it was supposed to be an overnight stay. You weren't really supposed to hang out there for a while. And from what I remember, the first couple hours went pretty good. We made pretty good food. I think we had quesadillas that night. Because we arrive at the night, so the first meal you have is dinner, and then you go to sleep. So I remember the quesadillas were good, and then we had dessert, which was obviously s'mores. It's the classic camping dessert that you're supposed to have. I didn't really get sausages on a stick. I hear and I see a lot of the stereotypical camping food being sausages on a stick. I never had that. I don't think I ever will have that. That seems kind of like gross, I'm gonna be honest. But I'm not that old, man. Like, I hear those from like old camping stories, and I think it's kind of weird, but who am I to judge? How did that man not kill me? I'm definitely gonna die here. Or not? No! Oh man, I threw that, man. We could have flawless them 5-0. As I was saying, the first night went pretty well. But it was when we went to sleep is when the problem occurred, right? So we went to sleep, no real problems there. And then I remember hearing a faint kind of rustling noise. And because we're in the wilderness, you know, I kind of brush it off as, oh, that's animals or nature doing nature things, right? Because, you know, you don't really question odd noises in nature, they just kind of happen. So I heard that and I didn't make that much of a fuss about it. Bruh. But yeah, man, I didn't really, like I said, I didn't really, you know, I didn't take any notes about the noise, man. It was just, I just assumed it was normal nature noise, as Mother Nature likes to make. But soon after hearing those noises, I kind of drifted off to sleep. And then when I woke up in the middle of the night, it was because of my friend. He was like, hey, 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 hey. He just kept saying, hey. And I was just kind of like, okay. My defense for not playing well is that I do not set up B. B is the worst site to set up as Cypher on Fracture. I mean, it's kind of just, I mean, look at this, man. Look at this, is the most breakable trip ever. If anyone has good Cypher trips on B, please let me know, because I have not found any. He kind of wakes me up, and the first thing I see is this ginormous raccoon staring me in the eyes. And for the record, I've only seen raccoons in cities and kind of my local dumpsters. I've never really seen a raccoon in the wild, so it was kind of a bit surreal to see a raccoon just in the wilderness like that. Like, I know they're animals, I'm not dumb, but it's, you know, I always assumed their natural habitat was in a garbage can, so it was kind of weird seeing them being the culprit for stealing our food. But there was maybe at least 10 of them, like an entire generation's worth of raccoons just gorging on our food. And like when but yeah, man, when they were just feasting on the food that was supposed to last us for another day, and I was just not having it, man. I mean, we weren't gonna, what was it gonna do, punch them? Like, they're an animal, they're a protected species. Okay, I don't know about that, but, you know, no one's gonna like the person who's known for punching raccoons, okay? So we kind of just had to stay back and let them steal our food. And this is when I realized that the stereotype for raccoons looking like robbers is more than just a visual one. Like, okay, this man's trying to be sneaky. I'm not falling for it. Oh. Alright, well, I was just gonna watch that, but he won. Nice. As I was saying, the raccoons were just, they were just having at it, and then I just couldn't do it. In fact, I think we actually woke up the counselors, and when we woke them up, they were just like, what do you want us to do about it? Because they outnumbered the counselors like 1 to 5. I mean, they're not gonna punt 5 raccoons over some. And the crazy part is that they were eating the bagels, man. Like, that's the part I was sad about. Like, they didn't even eat, because I remember after they were done eating, the only thing they left were these granola bars, and they weren't even the good kind. They're the ones that had like no sugar, no fat. Like, it was the most disgusting granola bar, and that's the only thing they left, man. And it was just, we had to, I mean, needless to say, we had to call off the trek early, because, I mean, we didn't really have a choice. We had no food. And I remember the last thing I saw before, you know, after they, oh, okay, yep, no. They predicted me. And that's okay, man, because I have 19 health and a dream. 19 health and a dream, man, and This will be the greatest 1v4 you have ever seen. I promise you that. Are they not? Are they not coming here? They are not coming here. Okay, I tried. Anyhow, the last thing I saw was just this singular raccoon, maybe the alpha raccoon, or maybe it's the mother raccoon, you know, because maybe they're the leaders, but whatever hierarchical leader of the raccoon hierarchy, whoever they are, they looked at me with the roll of bagels in their mouth, and then they scurried off, man. It was like they were asserting dominance on me. Like, it was just, it was mayhem. One of the scariest, okay, I got that ending interaction with the raccoons, man. It solidified the rivalry I had with them now. They were asking for it, honestly. I mean, they could have left peacefully. There's honor in victory and defeat. They could have just left peacefully without rubbing it in our faces, my face specifically. But that raccoon, man, the look that he gave us, he or she looked at us thinking, you should be ashamed of yourselves. You call yourself predators? I'm disappointed. I mean, it was a subtle but very effective diss to my race of animals, man, the Homo sapiens. Ever since that moment, it's been warfare. I mean, to be fair, I don't really see that many raccoons anymore ever since I moved, but they're gonna have it coming, man. I'm telling you, raccoons ain't safe from me. Raccoons will always be public enemy number 1. Or I guess it would be private enemy number 1, but you know, you get the point. I remember on the way down, after the whole fiasco, we were all pretty in a gloomy mood, because, you know, we had to go back to the main campgrounds early. And so, in order to bring up spirits, or to uplift the spirits, I was like, hey, we should do that one song that goes 99 bottles of beer on the wall. And then we literally sang that the entire way down. And what's funny is I'm pretty sure the song ends earlier than the actual walk, because halfway down, I don't even know at what point down, we finished the song, and after finishing the song, I restarted from 99, and the counselors were like, please don't, please. That we're already sad enough as it is. We don't want you singing that. And I was like, okay. I'm being real sneaky right now. Okay. What? What? Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Okay. What a... Anyways, guys, that's the end of the video. Hope you all enjoyed. If you want to hear more summer camp videos, please let me know. Or if you guys want to hear more Spain videos, that would, you know, I don't mind as well. Whatever you want, just let me know, and I'll try my best to see if I have any more cool stories to tell. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.